Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, my fellow Chibits. Today, I'm here to bring all of you my top 5 favorite manga of 2015. Now, this video will be slightly different than the top 5 anime video. The reason for this is because the way I'm going to actually do this top 5 is by any manga I have read this year. For instance, I have started, or manga that have came out this year will be factored into this list. So that means, like, if I started a series that came out maybe 5 years ago, when I started this year, I'm going to be adding it to this list. The reason for this is because it's just my top 5 favorites of 2015. So if you notice some titles that didn't actually necessarily come out from this year, but came out many years ago, but, you know, it's in this list, it's because I started those series in this year. Now, a quick disclaimer, remember, this is my top 5. Now, this doesn't mean that this is the best of the best. This is just my personal favorites of this year. So to start it off, number 5 is Boku no Hero Academia. I think many by now have heard of something when it comes to this series, because there is a lot of hype behind this series, and the fan base is rather large, just for a manga, soon to be an anime. Now, if you're unaware, this is about to be an anime very soon by Studio Bones, the people that brought us Noragami. Now, there's not a lot of information that we know about the anime at this time, but the manga, for what I could say, is the manga is fantastic. If you want a shonen series that breaks that mold, tries to be different, and has a character that is intelligent, can think for himself, and use his mind to do tactics and strategies that you don't see normal shonen characters use, this is the series for you. Along with that, it has that superhero feel. For instance, if you like comics like Marvel and stuff, and if you like Superman, Spider-Man, all sorts of different stuff like that, you might like this series, because it has that Western feel to it, and it's very different compared to what you normally see from shonen nowadays, and I feel like that's one of the main core reasons of why Boku no Hero Academia has garnered such a large fan base in recent times. But I'm just gonna say, if you want a good shonen, you want to start it, I recommend read this manga. It's awesome. Currently ongoing as well. Number 4, which I think many of you are going to shit a brick about, because I can already see it before I reveal this, many of you are going to be like, what the absolute fuck, Chibi? Tokyo Ghoul Re. Yes, Tokyo Ghoul Re is number 4 on my top 5 favorite manga of 2015. Now, many of you are probably right now like, wait, whoa. This is the guy that does 1-hour videos for Tokyo Ghoul, makes all these extra Fury videos and shit, and you're telling me that Tokyo Ghoul Re is number 4 on this list. What could be the next 3? Well, you'll have to see as you watch the video. Now, I will say, however, regardless of this being number 4, Tokyo Ghoul is probably one of my personal favorites to review weekly. It's so fun diving into it, being able to do live reactions and express my emotions with all of you, and then diving into some of these Furies and talking about them. It's something I love talking about. I enjoy talking about this series so much, and when it comes to that, I think this is personally one of my favorite series to make a video on. Definitely Tokyo Ghoul is my favorite to make a video on, just because of how fun it is to do. But yeah, if you haven't heard about Tokyo Ghoul, well, you definitely have been living under a massive fucking rock, because this right here, this is my bread and butter every week. I love this shit out of this series, and I cannot tell you all to read this enough. Like, fucking read this series. If you love a seinen, if you want a seinen series that has some symbolism, mature themes, along with all this different foreshadowing throughout the entire series, I cannot press you to actually read this enough. Now, of course, this is part 2. This is not, you know, the first part of the series. So if you do want to get into Tokyo Ghoul, and if you never started, I recommend start with Tokyo Ghoul. And then once you're done with Tokyo Ghoul, you know, the original 143 chapters, you can go to Tokyo Ghoul Re, which is ongoing at this moment, and it is a weekly series. Number 3 is Fullmetal Alchemist. Now, this one is going to probably be like, wait, what? I know this is an old series, but if you did not know, I actually started Fullmetal Alchemist this year, and alongside of watching the anime, I was reading the manga. And the manga is a great experience alongside of the anime, and I have the entire manga series, and I've actually never read it until I sat down and watched the anime and read the manga alongside of it, just to see the comparisons with it, the manga comparisons, and I just couldn't believe how well it was adapted. But what can I say is like, I think everybody knows about Fullmetal Alchemist. Any anime fan, I think, knows about Fullmetal Alchemist. And if you've ever, watched the anime Brotherhood, of course, not the original Fullmetal Alchemist, you probably know what this is about already. But it's a wonderful series that brought me so much joy when I was, reviewing it, talking about it. And when I got to that final scene of the series, it made me sad to see it, finally end and just disappear because I could never have any more content. But that doesn't mean that I want more content. The reason for that is because I feel like it's best to tie that ribbon and not open up that ribbon again. Once a great series is finished, you shouldn't really touch it, and Fullmetal Alchemist is the perfect example of that. It did everything good, and I felt like the way it wrapped up all its like little plot lines throughout the entire series, I'm satisfied. So Fullmetal Alchemist is number 3 of my top 5 favorite manga of 2015. Number 2 is No Longer Human. This series, to be honest, scared the shit out of me. It scared the absolute fucking shit out of me. Not because it's a horror, but because of the meaning. What this means. This series is the meaning of dark. It is very dark. And I honestly cannot recommend this series for someone that cannot handle dark series. Very dark series. It has a message. A major message to give you once you're done. I'm not going to actually spoil that message because that would ruin the surprise of the series. No Longer Human is definitely in my top 5 favorite manga of all time. Of all time. That's how good this is. This is in my top 5. It's a short series with only 3 manga volumes. I actually think this series is out of print and it's hard to find. Thankfully, I received this year from a fellow Chibit, and I'm thankful for the Chibit sending it to me this year for I could do a review on it, which I do have a review up. I put it up this year. If you want a series that just shows you how evil mankind can be, start it. Fucking start it. It's good. It's fucking great. I know there's an anime to this, which I have never actually seen, and one of these days I want to watch it and do a review on it as well. But yeah, No Longer Human is definitely number 2 of this year of my top 5 manga of 2015. So the final one, number 1, is Berserk. I don't think this comes as a surprise. I mean, Berserk came back this year. I'm a big fan of Berserk. I mean, I've expressed that enough in my volume reviews. So yeah, Berserk. Berserk. Favorite. I mean, seriously. I've said this many times. I think I've expressed that many times. Berserk is my favorite manga of all time. Yeah. Yeah, I've even said that in my reviews, my volume reviews and stuff. So, I mean, of course, Berserk coming back makes a lot of sense how it would be in this video. And, I mean, new chapters coming out, and then getting to see Guts get off the boat, which was the most memorial event of the entire fucking year. Oh my god, dude. Just seeing Guts get off the boat after waiting for more content and then seeing him get off. GG fucking G. So, yeah. Berserk, number 1. You haven't started it, go start it. I shouldn't have to explain. Just go start it. It's that phenomenal of a series. So, some honorable mentions before I end this. Some honorable mentions would have to be Kingdom, Vagabond, Food Wars, Moggy, Taizai, and One Punch Man. Yeah, definitely One Punch Man as well. That's about it. So, tell me your top 5 in the comments below. What is your favorite manga of this year? Please let me know in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live, and you all have a great holiday season. Please be safe. Chibi out.